Stone Mountain itself is a geological marvel, a quartz monzonite dome monadnock formed about 300 million years ago during the formation of the Blue Ridge Mountains. The mountain, rising 825 feet above the surrounding area and covering 583 acres, is one of the largest exposed granite formations in the world. Its unique composition and visibility from a distance made it significant to early inhabitants and later settlers. Early human history. The area around Stone Mountain was inhabited by Native American tribes, primarily the Creek and Cherokee, for thousands of years. They referred to the mountain as part of their sacred landscape, with evidence of their presence dating back to at least 1000 to 1500 CE. Artifacts and petroglyphs found in the region suggest it was a site of cultural and possibly ceremonial importance. Colonial and antebellum periods. European settlers arrived in the area in the late 18th century, with the land that would become Stone Mountain, Georgia, ceded by the Creek Nation through treaties in the early 1800s. The town of New Gibraltar, later renamed Stone Mountain, was established in 1839. The construction of a railroad in the 1830s spurred growth, making the area a hub for granite quarrying, which became a major industry. By the 1850s, the town was a small but growing community, with the mountain's granite used for buildings and infrastructure across the region. Civil War and Reconstruction. During the Civil War, 1861 to 1865, Stone Mountain's strategic location near Atlanta made it significant. The mountain served as a lookout point, and its granite was used for Confederate fortifications. After the war, the town faced economic challenges but continued to grow as a rural community centered on agriculture and quarrying. The Confederate Memorial and the Ku Klux Klan. One of the most controversial aspects of Stone Mountain's history is its association with the Confederacy and the Ku Klux Klan. In 1915, the second iteration of the KKK was founded on the summit of Stone Mountain by William J. Simmons, marking the beginning of the Klan's revival in the 20th century. This event was tied to the release of the film Birth of a Nation, which glorified the Klan. In the same year, plans were initiated for a massive bas-relief carving on the mountain to honor Confederate leaders Jefferson Davis, Robert E. Lee, and Stonewall Jackson. Work began in 1916, spearheaded by the United Daughters of the Confederacy, but faced numerous delays due to funding issues, artistic disputes, and World War II. The carving, designed by Gutzon Borglum, who later worked on Mount Rushmore, and completed by others, was finally finished in 1972. The 1.57-acre carving remains the largest bas-relief sculpture in the world and a focal point of debate due to its Confederate imagery. 20th century development. Stone Mountain Village grew as a small commercial center, with the granite industry peaking in the early 20th century. The establishment of Stone Mountain Park in the 1950s transformed the area into a major tourist destination. The park, encompassing the mountain, offered recreational activities, a scenic railroad, and historical exhibits. The Confederate carving and related attractions, like the antebellum plantation, became central to the park's identity, though they later sparked controversy. Civil rights era and beyond. During the civil rights movement, Stone Mountain became a symbolic battleground. The KKK held rallies at the mountain, while civil rights activists, including Martin Luther King Jr., referenced it in his 1963 "I Have a Dream" speech, calling for freedom to ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. This juxtaposition highlighted the mountain's dual role as a site of both Confederate nostalgia and racial justice struggles. In recent decades, Stone Mountain has faced ongoing debates about its Confederate symbols. The carving and park attractions have been criticized as glorifying a racist past, prompting calls for their removal or reinterpretation. In 2020, amid national protests over racial justice, the Stone Mountain Memorial Association began re-evaluating the park's imagery, though the carving remains due to state laws protecting Confederate monuments. Changes have included renaming park features and adding exhibits to contextualize the site's history. Modern Stone Mountain today, Stone Mountain, Georgia, is a diverse suburban community with a population of around 6,700, as of recent estimates. It is part of the Atlanta metropolitan area, with a mix of historic charm and modern development. Stone Mountain Park remains a major draw, hosting millions of visitors annually for its natural beauty, laser shows, and recreational offerings. The town has a vibrant African American community, and efforts continue to balance its historical legacy with inclusivity.